As we look towards the future, it is clear that we face a number of challenges when it comes to sustainability and the health of our planet. In today's fast-paced world, mass production and popular culture have become the norm. Production companies are expected to mass-produce products to meet the consumers' demands in order to sustain the vitality of their business, while the consumers are blinded by the influence of media and trends. For example, in order to meet the demands of fast fashion, clothing companies often use large amounts of water, energy, and other resources to produce cheap disposable clothing. This leads to high levels of pollution and waste, as well as depletion of resources. Similarly, the mass production of single-use plastic products, such as bags and straws, has contributed to the global plastic pollution crisis. In today's world, there is an urgent need to reduce the negative impact of human activity on the environment. This is where SDG 12 comes in. By working towards SDG 12, we can create a more sustainable future for ourselves and for generations to come. As we look around the world today, we can see that there are a multitude of environmental challenges that we face. These challenges include issues such as pollution, climate change, and biodiversity loss. As we strive towards a more sustainable future, one of the key ways that we can achieve this is by supporting SDG 12. By doing so, we can work towards reducing the negative impacts that our current consumption and production patterns have on the environment and society. So, if you consider yourself part of the leading future generation, keep watching this video to learn more. SDG 12 is significant towards the youth as it is their future that is at stake. Mass production is unsustainable and it is up to the youth to take a stand and support SDG 12. The youth have the power to shape the future of our planet. By taking action and making conscious choices, they can pave the way towards a more sustainable world. Through education, sustainable living, advocacy, and supporting campaigns, the youth can make a significant impact on the environment.
On the production side, SDG 12 encourages companies to find more sustainable ways of making products. The first company that promotes SDG 12 is IKEA. IKEA is a global home furnishings retailer, has set ambitious sustainability goals including becoming circular and climate positive by 2030. IKEA is committed to using sustainable materials in its products. The company has set a goal to only use renewable and recycled materials in its product by 2030. IKEA is also working to phase out single-use plastic and replace them with sustainable alternatives. Next, IKEA is working to become a circular business by designing products for disassembly and reuse, and by implementing a buyback program for furniture. The company also offers repair services for its products and has launched a number of initiatives to promote the reuse and recycling of the materials. Lastly, IKEA is committed to reducing its carbon footprint and has set a goal to produce as much renewable energy as it consumes by 2020. The company has invested in renewable energy sources such as wind and solar power and has implemented energy-saving measures in its store and operations. And then the second company is Patagonia, which is a company that has been a leader in sustainability and environmental responsibility in the outdoor apparel industry for many years. First is by reducing water usage. Patagonia has implemented water-saving measures in their production process, such as using dyeing techniques that require less water. Next is by recycling programs. Patagonia has several recycling programs, including their worn wear program, which encourage customers to repair, reuse, and recycle their old Patagonia gear. Lastly is by doing activism. Patagonia is known for their activism on environmental issues and has used their platforms to advocate for causes such as protecting public lands and fighting climate change. Impact.
Fast fashion offers an affordable and accessible way for young people to stay on trend, with new styles arriving in stores at a rapid pace. Fast fashion brands like Zara, H&M, and Shein have become popular among young people due to their low prices, trendy styles, and fast turnover of inventory. These brands have mastered the art of quick production and delivery, allowing them to introduce new styles every few weeks. This constant influx of new styles means that young people can always find something new and exciting to wear without breaking the bank. However, the fast fashion trend comes with significant environmental and social costs. The production of fast fashion garment involves the use of large quantities of water, energy, and chemicals, which contributes to pollution and climate change. The low price of fast fashion also means that garment workers are often paid low wages and work in poor conditions. So, what can we do to limit the consumption of fast fashion?
Thrifting is a trend that has become increasingly popular among young people in recent years. Essentially, it involves buying second-hand or used clothing and other items instead of purchasing new ones.
Why is this important? Well, for starters, thrifting culture is a sustainable and eco-friendly alternative to fast fashion. Fast fashion is a major contributor to environmental issues as it leads to a large amount of clothing and other items ending up in landfills. By buying second-hand items, we can reduce waste and extend the lifespan of existing clothing and other items.
In addition to being environmentally conscious, thrifting culture is also more affordable than buying new clothing. This is particularly important for young people who may not have as much disposable income as older individuals. Furthermore, thrifting can be seen as a form of self-expression and creativity, as it allows individuals to create unique outfits and express their personal style through the mix and match of different clothing items.
The debate between fast fashion and thrifting is a controversial one. On one hand, fast fashion has become a popular trend among youth because of its affordability and accessibility. However, fast fashion has been criticized for its negative impact on the environment as it contributes to a large amount of textile waste and pollution. On the other hand, thrifting has gained popularity as a sustainable and eco-friendly alternative to fast fashion. Thrifting allows for the reduction of waste and the extension of the lifespan of existing clothing items. It is often more affordable, making it accessible for those with limited budgets. However, thrifting also has its criticisms, as some argue that it is not accessible for all and can perpetuate the problem of overconsumption. So ultimately, the debate between fast fashion and thrifting highlights the need for us as consumers to be more conscious and aware of our purchasing habits, as well as support SDG 12 in practicing responsible consumption and reducing mass production.
The act of thrifting promotes a mindset of reusing and recycling clothes and stuff. A budget-friendly lifestyle is an affordable way to build wardrobe without breaking the banks, rather than following the fast fashion trends.
Thrifting can also teach these young people to be financially responsible, especially those who are just starting to manage the finances, as they learn to stretch the money by buying second-hand items. Thrifting also encourages young people to focus on the high quality of clothing rather than the quantity. High-quality second-hand clothes could last longer than fast fashion clothes, which allows young people to build a wardrobe of long-lasting pieces.
By adopting a minimalist wardrobe, youth can reduce their clothing waste by focusing on quality over quantity. Minimalism promotes sustainability and reduces the environmental impact of fashion industry. Youth who embrace a minimalist wardrobe tend to be more aware of the consequences of fast fashion, such as excessive waste and harmful manufacturing practices. By buying fewer clothes and opting for ethically produced and eco-friendly items, they contribute to a more sustainable future.
By promoting sustainable consumption habits, we can educate young people about the impact of their choices on the environment, as well as encourage them to make more conscious decisions about what they consume. Promoting sustainable consumption habits also can encourage youth to be more responsible consumers who consider the environmental impacts of their purchases. Besides that, sustainable consumption habits can help reduce waste and conserve resources, which can benefit future generations.
SDG 12 is basically focusing on, we have a lot of activities that humans have been doing over the years, and many of the activities have led to serious pollution, destruction of flora and fauna and the environment, and it is causing severe problems, climate change related problems. So SDG 12 is an SDG which will, if we work on it well, then we can ensure that the future generation can enjoy a healthy earth. Don't buy things that you don't need. Give away things that you have not been using or you don't need.
The fates of our planet hangs in the balance, and the choices we make today will determine whether we leave behind a legacy of destruction or a world of abundance and prosperity for future generations. We live in a time of unprecedented change, where the forces of consumerism and instant gratification threaten to undermine our very existence.
But we are not powerless in the face of this challenge. Popular culture can be a powerful force for change, inspiring and motivating people to adopt more sustainable practices and hold fashion companies accountable for their impact on the planet. Through education and awareness raising, we can shift the attitudes of consumers towards more sustainable fashion choices and challenge the idea that more is always better. Celebrities and influencers can use their platforms to promote ethical, sustainable fashion and show that style and substance can go hand in hand.
But we must also think beyond the short-term gains and to consider the long-term consequences of our actions. The youth and future generations will be the ones most affected by our current consumption patterns, and it is our responsibility to leave behind a world that is healthier, happier, and more prosperous than the one we inherited. In conclusion, popular culture can be a force for good, inspiring and motivating people to adopt more sustainable fashion choices and holding companies accountable for their impact on the planet. Through education, innovation, and a commitment to the common good, we can create a world that is more just, equitable, and sustainable for all, now and for generations to come.